What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Lightsaber Radio, your favorite Star Wars podcast on the internet. Maybe. You might like the other Star Wars podcasts. We might not be your favorite, but it's still okay. We're outrageous. I bet you can't nobody else say that. I bet you don't know nobody else just fucking say crazy ass shit that doesn't make any sense like we do. I bet you they don't. But if you like them, go listen to them. I like a lot of Star Wars podcasts. Not as much as ours, but no, I'm just joking. Welcome, everybody. So today, we didn't get to do a Wednesday show because Garrison didn't get off work in time. It's just life, you know, that's how life is. It sucks.
Life is a bitch.
Yeah. But, so we're going to talk about it today. Hopefully everybody doesn't got all the information. But I think I got some things to throw in there that you guys might not know about. Some things that come from only people that read the books and know about the books, that will be able to apply some psychological brain funk that Star Wars writers are putting into some of these episodes. How they are combining timelines and doing some different things. You might have already heard this, but we'll find out. But welcome to the show. Well, before we get into all that, we got to drop that intro video.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Last we will reveal ourselves.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into Lightsaber Radio. If you only knew the power of gods.
Here it comes. Let's go.
You are now tuned into Lightsaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
You know, I really like our intro. I think our intro is awesome.
Especially around Bad Batch. Because
Yeah.
our show, we started our show around the first season of Bad Batch, right?
Yep. That was like one of the first things that we talked about on the show. 200 and something episodes ago. Damn, we've been on here forever. Why ain't y'all tired of listening to our dumb asses? No, but we're going to be having some fun today. We're going to say some outrageous shit, and we're going to do some outrageous shit because we're bringing back from last week. We had some compliments on the guess this quote, or guess who said it next, or whatever you say. So we're bringing that back for the impossible quiz this week. Garrison's going to ask us, and I'm going to see if I can figure them out. Because I guess everybody liked it. We might even just start a whole nother segment that just does that. We still have the impossible quiz, so everybody can do the quiz too and do that. That would be like a good thing we could do. Like in the middle of the episode, something to break up the monogamy of just fucking...
Monogamy?
or whatever the fuck they do.
Mahogany?
But I got to bring something up before we get into the Star Wars stuff. And because this shit fucking amazed me. I watched the fucking Last Airbender, the new series.
Oh, dude, don't spoil it for me.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to say, out of all the shit that I ever watched, that motherfucker is the closest thing to the movie and to the fucking animated series that I have ever seen. Like, they fucking...
The movie sucked.
The movie was fucking cool. What are you talking about?
What? The Avatar,
movie.
The Last Airbender?
That movie was cool as shit.
The movie was awful.
And the animated series is even better than the fucking movie. And they followed the fucking timeline on this shit and the fucking... I mean, they added some shit because, you know, they got to fill in blanks and shit like that.
No,
but
they
they
changed some
followed
shit.
that shit fucking to the T. And I was so fucking happy and inspired. Like, somebody fucking listened and just... They already knew that they had something good. Don't change the shit. Just fucking do the shit and stick to the storyline. Don't be Star Wars and fucking change everything the fuck around. Just stick to the story that's already good. Huh?
They already did change stuff.
They didn't change much of shit.
Yeah, they even released how they were changing stuff ahead of time.
Yeah, but they really didn't change shit. If you go back, before I watched it, I watched the movie and I watched the animated series, the whole fucking thing. And then I watched the new series. And they do not change that much shit. It sticks to the fucking, the storyline very, very closely. You know what I'm saying? Like, closer than I've seen anybody else ever stick to a fucking storyline that already worked. It worked. Don't change it. Just leave it the fucking way that it is. You know, you got to add shit because you got to add and take away shit because you got limited times and you got, you know what I'm saying, different shit like that. But they stuck very fucking close to the original. I was fucking super surprised. I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, it was so fucking good that I watched all of them motherfuckers back to back to back. I didn't do shit else except watch them motherfuckers because that's how fucking good it was. It was so close to the fucking original that I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. You know, of course they added some shit in and they took some shit away because they have to. You know, you got time, like I said, time crunches and, you know what I'm saying, you got episodes and, you know what I'm saying, you got to fill in blanks and the time period of shit happened. So they like stuck another episode in there that showed different shit. But it stuck from like beginning to the end of the first season. They stuck to the timeline very, very closely. Like very closely. And that shit was awesome. It was fucking great. And the fucking CGI on that shit is fucking phenomenal. There was only like out of fucking 8 episodes or how many, I think it's 8 episodes. They only like, I only seen like 3 things in the whole fucking thing that was fucked up in the CGI. Like that was it. In 8 episodes, like fucking 6 hours of fucking shit, and they only fucked up like 3 times. I was very impressed. I was very, very fucking impressed.
We will see.
That shit was fucking good. I was like, holy shit, that shit was fucking
because like a lot of people beforehand were worried about it because the original creators who made the TV show were originally helping with that show, but then they left because the live action wanted to change some things.
Well, they had to change some things. Like there's this part, like in the movie, and then they look. The way I'm gonna explain it is like this: they took the movie, and because basically it's the fucking movie.
The movie sucked, Kyle.
Basically, no, the movie did not suck. You're fucking crazy if you think that movie sucked. That fucking movie was awesome.
Most people think the movie sucked.
Well, they're all fucking nuts because the movie was fucking awesome.
Here, Avatar: The Last
I don't give a fuck what the shit said. That shit was awesome.
Movie.
And then they took parts of the cartoon and they stuck it in parts because in the cartoon,
Kyle, guess what the movie got on Rotten Tomatoes? I'll let you guess.
Dude, the Clone Wars
I'll let you guess.
series got a very low score on fucking thing, and that's like one of the best fucking Star Wars that there is.
Kyle, it got 5%.
I don't give a fuck what they said. They're fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. Everybody that I talked to about The Last Airbender, other than you, have all said they liked it.
The TV show, yes. TV show, amazing.
The cartoon, the animated series?
Yes, amazing.
And they took parts of the animated series and they put it in to fill in the blanks in the movie. That's what they did to fucking extend it out. If you go back and you watch the animated series and you watch the movie.
The animated series came out first.
Yeah. And then they took the fucking movie and they crushed the animated series down into the fucking movie. And then they ended it at where it's the season fucking 1, like, or season 2 fucking ended in the animated series. We're thinking of different
things. Are you thinking of the live action Last Airbender? Like the movie?
I'm talking about the live action fucking movie.
Yeah, it was awful.
Airbender. That shit was fucking awesome. What are you talking about? A fucking person that can control all the elements? The fucking acting was decent. The fucking the fucking CGI was fucking good. What is there to complain about the Last Airbender movie?
Everything.
There was nothing wrong with that movie at all.
We got it. The one that came out in 2010.
Yes, the fucking Last Airbender movie. The fucking one was fucking awesome. That motherfucking movie was awesome.
All right.
There was nothing wrong with that fucking movie. They took the fucking animated series and they shrunk it down into a 2-hour-long fucking movie.
Yes.
So I don't see how you can fucking say that shit wasn't awesome. It had all the fucking key points that you needed to in the fucking movie. It had a fucking static fucking storyline. It fucking went through all the fucking shit that you needed all the way up to the point because they were supposed to come out with a second movie, but they didn't ever do it. Because, you know, it ends at the waterbender thing. The only thing that I say was bad about the fucking animated series is because in the animated series or in the TV series, Aang refuses to fucking learn the other shit. You know what I'm saying? He refuses to learn the other disciplines. he just sticks as an airbender all the way. He gets all the way to the fucking north and doesn't know how to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Not a fucking thing. And then they kind of changed the end of it.
Star Wars team
I like
leader.
that shit.
Think Kyle was
I'm
just
not
pulling our
pulling your
leg.
leg. I like the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie
Kyle,
and the animated
Kyle,
series.
and I respect
the
your
new
opinion.
series is fucking
and
good.
I respect your opinion, Kyle, but you gotta be
You
one
cannot
of the
give me what can you
only
give me?
people.
What can you tell me to make me think that story was not good?
5%. I'm not saying the story wasn't good.
What can
But
you
the
tell me
story
about
came
the
from the
acting,
show.
the TV shows?
The
and
acting was
CGI?
awful. The acting was awful.
You got a bunch of fucking brand new people acting. None of these people had really done shit before that.
I rest my case.
So you can't put that against it. That's like if me
Yes,
and you.
you can.
If they ask me and you right now to go play in Star Wars, would you do it?
Yes.
With no acting skills?
Yes. And if
Well-
people criticize me, they would be right.
No, they wouldn't. Fuck them. They're not right.
If
You cannot
if
take
you
a
suck
fucking
at
brand new
you
cast
suck
of
at
actors
acting.
and expect them to be fucking Sylvester Stallone and fucking and you know what I'm saying, The Rock. They don't have no experience. The Rock wasn't good in his first shit neither. You know what I'm saying? Sylvester Stallone wasn't good in Rocky. He was a fucking terrible actor then. That shit was terrible. But the story was good. Everything else about it was good. The story was good. The CGI and shit was good. The way that they did the dust storms with the fans, all the fucking creation of everything they did, the Rock fucking throwing shit, all that shit was fucking fabulous. And the best thing, the story was good. The story was fucking excellent. And that's to reverse psychology your ass, because you always saying that the fucking story's always fucked up and that's what makes something bad. The fucking story was fucking excellent. The story was
Yeah, but
fucking excellent.
they cheap shotted the story.
No, they
The
did
story
not. They cut
comes
a
from
fucking,
the TV show.
They
The
cut
story comes
3
from the
fucking
TV show.
seasons or 2 seasons of fucking the Avatar cartoon into a fucking 2-hour
No, it was one
fucking
season.
thing.
I
Or
thought it was just one season.
You still
Yeah.
got 30 minutes at fucking 12 episodes down
Kyle,
to 2 hours.
there's a reason they didn't make episode 2 and 3 or season 2 and
That's because
3
people are fucking idiots.
because it sucked.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie was fucking great. I don't care what nobody said. That shit was fucking good. I love that movie. That's like one of my fucking probably top 50 movies of all time. Loved it. Guaranteed. Probably lower than that. Probably in my top 25. I watch it all the time. I love that movie.
The bending in it was just awful. It was
The
slow,
bending was fucking great.
extremely slow.
It was not. It was
There was
fucking
no
excellent.
humor.
It's not supposed to have humor in it.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
serious fucking thing. It's about a fucking tyrannical fucking government.
The TV show had humor. That's what the show was.
That don't mean the movie has to. This new series don't have, I mean, it has some humor in it, but not a lot. It doesn't have a lot. And they stuck to the fucking storyline. The only thing, like I said, that they really changed was they changed the fact that Aang doesn't want to learn any. In the fucking cartoon and in the movie, he wants to learn the other fucking shit. This one, he doesn't want to learn for some reason. He doesn't want to learn about none of the new bending. He keeps fucking pushing
They
it off.
also
Like, he doesn't
changed-
learn the
they
whole
also
fucking season, and this
I haven't even
motherfucker don't
seen it
lose.
yet. I haven't even seen it yet, but I already know they changed what's his name's character?
Who?
Sokka.
Sokka.
Yeah. They released ahead of time how like they had an interview with the actor who plays Sokka, and and he himself said, "Yeah, I'm going." Like they cut out parts of his character that they thought would make people upset.
The fucking dude from the southern fucking
Yeah, from the water
southern
tribe.
water tribe. Oh, I didn't see nothing that they changed really.
The whole, so you know how in the TV show, a big part of his character was how he was like, "Oh, girls can't fight. Like guys are better." You know what I mean? And he's constantly has that attitude. And then now in the TV show, before it was released, they were talking about how, yeah, we cut that part out because it was bad. And like I get it, yeah, sexism is bad.
I don't really
but the
think
whole
that they-
point of that thing was
The
that
only-
he had a character arc. and
Sokka
grew
like,
from it.
So when they get to the southern water or the northern water tribe, it's not Sokka that's like that. It's the fucking master waterbender that's like that. But Sokka's
Yeah, but
kind of
Sokka's
not.
Kyoshi warriors.
Sokka's really not like.
I didn't say he was like a sexist, like an evil
But he's
sexist,
not-
but he's
But I didn't really see that much of a change in his character. Like, he acted the same, you know what I'm saying, that he did. And like I said, I watched the movie and the whole TV series, the animated series first. And I didn't see that.
That's how Aang literally gets out of the iceberg. Is because Sokka's talking shit.
Yeah, he's talking shit.
And Katara gets mad.
Well, that doesn't happen in this. It's a little bit different. He's talking shit about something else. He's not talking shit to her. He's talking shit about something, but he is talking shit to her too. So I guess it's. No, I think it's. All I know, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was fucking great. It was fucking good. Like I said, they did change some things because they put some of the parts of the animated series where it was gapped in the movie. Because it's basically the same thing. It's the first season of the fucking thing. They go up till they get to the Northern Water Tribe.
They're already at the Northern Water Tribe?
No, they fucking they start where fucking Aang fucking flies off to fucking leave.
The South Pole.
They start in that fucking part, you know, just like they did in the original. They start at that part and they get to the Northern Water Tribe. But it's fucking 8 episodes of them fucking doing that shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they filled in some of the gaps that the movie was missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Aang has a friend and he's the
secret tunnel.
You know what I'm saying? They did some. It was fucking good. I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was fucking really good.
All right. Now this is a Star Wars podcast.
Well, we talk about everything on this.
We do talk about everything. But now let's get back to Bad Batch, yeah?
Yeah, let's get back to Bad Batch. Okay. You got a housebreaker for today? Or no?
I can.
Fuck it. We ain't doing a housebreaker today.
I think that was a housebreaker. Here's the housebreaker. Star Wars animated TV or The Last Airbender animated series? Which was better? Clone Wars or Last Airbender?
Shit. Rebels is better than The Last Airbender. Season 4 through 7 of Clone Wars is better than Airbender.
But all of it, if you include 1 through 4, Last Airbender smashes 1 through 4 of Clone Wars.
Yeah. Because it didn't really get more. I don't know. 4 was probably good. I don't know. I like 3. Just 1 and 2. I just can't stand 1 and 2. 1 and 2 of the Clone Wars is like the most dreaded shit to get through ever. I mean, I understand. Like we've said this plenty of times. I understand why they did it. You know what I'm saying? They had to explain what was going on. They had to do the whole fucking every damn Jedi fighting in every fucking different battle of the Clone Wars and what's going on. But it just was fucking drawn out and boring. After season 3, and then they start getting into more of Anakin and Obi-Wan in season 3 and more of the shit that's going on with them, then it gets a lot better. And then they had a lot of good arcs in 3. But yeah, 1 and 2, Last Airbender crushes that shit. Bad Batch season 2 was not my favorite season. Last Airbender is probably better than that, but I don't know. Season 3 is turning out to be pretty fucking good, so I might have to put overall. If I had to put everything, I'd have to put. Well, we'll see as 3 goals, because the first 3 fucking shows were fucking they were like adult content shows to me. They were way fucking better. They made me think. They were exciting. The first one wasn't too exciting. It was kind of boring. But it was still good because it stuck with the storyline. It really showed us how fucking desperate they were and how fucked up being on this on Tantis is, or Tantis, or however you say that shit. And how fucked up it was for Crosshair and fucking Omega in the first episode. But second episode was good. It had a lot of good action. It stuck to the storyline of what was going on. 3 stuck to the storyline. So just depending right now, the way it looks like, the Bad Batch might. I don't know, man. The Last Airbender cartoon is fucking great. I watch that shit all the time.
My hot take.
Ultimately, say I watch Rebels more than any fucking thing. I'll probably watch Rebels more than anything.
You fucking love Rebels.
I love
Rebels. Justified. My thing is, I just think Star Wars is better in live action. I think live action is a better medium for Star Wars.
Now, if I was going to put fucking the animated series of fucking The Last Airbender versus the movie and the fucking new series, the new live action series, I'm putting the animated series because it went into more detail. It had a better storyline. I mean, the storyline is the same, but it had way more detail. It had way more things. It was just better. It just fucking was, the fucking animated, Avatar, the animated series was fucking the shit. But and the movie, like I said, I love the fucking movie. It's not the best movie of all time by no means, but it's one of my top 50. And then, I go this off of shit that I watch. I watch it all the fucking time. Like, anytime it comes on, I'm watching that shit. It's fucking excellent. I love watching it. And then probably the animated, I don't know, this new series, it was fucking dope, man. They just did some dope shit with this motherfucker. It was fucking dope. See. It was fucking dope. And then, I really liked the way that it ended. Like, I liked the way it didn't end like the fucking.
Oh, you already
movie.
Watched the whole thing then?
I already watched all of it.
Shit.
Like, that shit is all on Netflix. I watched every episode of the whole first season. I don't know when the shit actually came out. Like, I don't know, my daughter, I came home and my daughter was watching it. And I walked in, I said, what the fuck is she was like on episode 4? I made her go all the way back to the beginning and then watch it all, watch the whole fucking thing over again. Like, I didn't even fucking go to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning because that motherfucker had me watching that shit. I was like, what the fuck's going to happen next? Like, I knew what was going to happen next because I've seen the fucking movie and I've seen the animated series. But they like I said, they included some of the animated series into the fucking TV series. Because they were filling in parts, so it like I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going on. They really didn't They really didn't change that much. Like to me, they didn't change like that much at all. They changed the little bitty things here and there. They changed the ending of it because you know how he uses the fucking ice wall at the end of the animated series. He don't do that. He does some way better shit than that. You know what I'm saying? Or does the fucking ice thing where he makes the ocean turn into ice or whatever and fucking drops it on the fucking Fire Nation at the end of the fucking animated series or at the end of the season 1 and in the movie. He doesn't do that shit in fucking... In this.
Damn, bro. Maybe we should make a fucking Avatar The Last Airbender podcast. Shit.
I like Avatar The Last... I like that.
I do. It's a fucking great show. It is a great show.
Okay. But back to let's get to the Bad Batch. But I'd have to say...
I say Last Airbender if we're strictly talking cartoon.
No, because I like Rebels too much. I say Rebel, then The Last Airbender, then Clone Wars. Or no, then Bad Batch. No, fuck, man. Bad Batch and Clone Wars, because the only thing that fucks Clone Wars up is the first 2 seasons. After that, the fucking shit starts getting good. And you can just fucking just drown yourself out in Clone Wars for fucking 7 seasons or for 5 seasons. You can just fucking just go in on it all the way. Rebels is my favorite season just because I like to see people fucking like I like to see the way that Kanan is training Ezra and he don't know what the fuck he's doing because he's not a Jedi. He's just a fucking Padawan that just had to survive. It's fun to see that shit. It's comical. It has some fucking great parts. It just has everything in the Rebels. Rebels is fucking great.
Rebels is great.
It has everything in it. And the storyline kind of like fucking stays the same like during the whole fucking time. They don't change the storylines. Yeah, they do have filler episodes in there. But a lot of times, even the filler episodes link to something. They just wasn't just there. They linked to a further episode down the line. So, and then I like the Inquisitors. I like how they brought in the Inquisitors. Because you got to remember, Rebels is the first place that Inquisitors came in other than books. And I like the Inquisitor shit. So, you know, I thought the Inquisitors was fucking cool. And I like to see the way fucking Kanan started using some more of his fucking rage and, well, not even so much rage. He was like, I don't have shit to lose. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to fuck you up because, but fuck, you done killed everything that I fucking care about. So, why? I'm not scared no more. What the fuck I got to lose? My life? I'm just going to go into the Force. So, what the fuck is that shit? You think I'm scared? I don't know. I just like that shit. That shit just worked out good. And then Chopper's the shit. But
Chopper's a criminal.
All right, let's get into the Bad Batch because there's some things that
we talked 24 minutes about that shit. Time flies, huh?
Yeah. Well, fuck, man. We're talking about good shit here because anybody that likes fucking sci-fi, you know what I'm saying, and samurai warrior type shit, they're gonna like The Last Airbender. That's what I'm saying. You're like the first person I ever heard say I don't like the fucking movie. Like nobody.
No, I didn't like the movie. What are you? Kyle, 5% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That they love the movie.
I'm not the only person.
Avatar: The Last Airbender all say that they love the fucking movie. They said it was fucking
objectively great. It flopped.
Objectively, I thought it was fucking great. I don't give a fuck what the rest of the world says. That's one thing about me. I love my opinion. I can have my opinion, and I'm gonna keep my opinion. I thought it was fucking cool. I thought it was great, and I watch it all the damn time.
All right. Let's go.
Let's get into the Bad Batch.
Yes, let's go Bad Batch. What did you
Okay.
think about the Bad Batch?
The first episode, Confined.
Fucking great.
It was a good fucking episode. It was good. It
Yeah.
was slow. I will give it that. It was very
You're right,
fucking
you're right.
slow. But it was all right to be slow because we got a good fucking storyline of
Right.
what was happening inside the fucking
Right.
Intantis.
And kind of to your point, we talked a little bit before the show. It was definitely slow, but I think it was on purpose because I think
Yeah.
the slowness made us kind of like more. It helped us to empathize more with Omega, just kind of being
And
stuck
Crosshair.
there.
And
Yeah, being
Crosshair.
stuck there and the monotony of being in prison or whatever. Like I liked it.
And it
was
gave us
really
a lot
good.
of information. It gave us a lot of information that we had kind of complained about before, like what was so special about Omega. We never really got any definite answer in season 1 and 2 why Omega was fucking so important. Now
Right.
we know.
Which I mean, we still don't know for sure.
She has the gene that she is a perfect
Right,
replication
right.
of that's why they need her.
But we
Which
still don't
was-
know for sure why that is, why that gene matters.
Because well,
But
see, there's
it
these-
seems like we're about to find out.
It's explained in the episode. So the DD or in the 3 episodes it's explained. The degradation, however you say that shit, the fucking
Degradation,
fucking
I think.
the gene of the other clones they don't work. You know what I'm saying? They will not allow for a solid specimen to use for a cloning agent because they lost the cloning agent because, you know, they're fucking bright and they blew up fucking Camino, and the only person that knows how to replicate this shit is Nala Se. And Nala Se only knows how to replicate it because Jango Fett's fucking genes were right to clone.
Jango Fett.
Or Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
Thing. So these other clones like Crosshair and all them, their shit is degraded. So or however you say
Degraded,
that.
whatever.
Degraded.
Yeah,
And
they're
they can't
defective.
use it.
Yeah. No.
Omega-
I get it. I'm just wondering, why do they need the gene? What are they making? I mean,
Well,
we're getting
they
to
explain
it.
that. They explain that in The Mandalorian. Okay.
Right.
In The Mandalorian, they need Grogu because they're trying to make a force. They're trying to make a force sensitive clone or
Correct.
somebody or recreate the fucking Emperor again, or well, we know that they recreate the Emperor, so they're trying to figure out how to get. They need the perfect specimen, and then they need the fucking Grogu's fucking genetic stance and put them together because genetically, fucking Grogu's fucking super strong with the Force. Their whole species is, from what we get, they're super strong with the Force, so they need his genetic stuff, and they need Omega's genetic fucking material to put it together to make fucking the Super Palpatine or whatever the fuck they're trying to
The
make.
Super Palpatine. It's a good. That's a good one.
However they're trying to
All
do
right.
it.
But yes, for episode 1 was good. I liked it.
Even though it was slow, it was very intense.
And I think it
was-
was meant to be slow. You know what I
But-
mean?
It explained a lot of shit though, man. It just explained like what they were going through. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that fucking Crosshair's hand is fucking shaking because they've been fucking him up and experimenting on him and doing all kind of different shit to him. Because you know what I'm saying? Hemlock says it when she releases the fucking hound. You know what I'm saying? He tells her like I can do a lot more to fucking Crosshair than I've already done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we know kind of where the tech. We know that she's not giving up on Crosshair. In the first episode, she says if she escapes, Crosshair's coming with her, and he's like, I am not the fucking other Bad Batch. I'm not there. I deserve to be in this motherfucker. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So you know what I'm saying? They just explained a lot of information. They explained the time period that went by, a lot in there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit like really fucking, you know what I'm saying, is like shown within the thing. So like the slowness did not bother me because it fit with the story. The whole
Exactly.
story was fucking that shit started right
And I
where
think-
it left off, and
I think they used the slowness to convey something else. They used the slowness to kind of convey how it felt being stuck there.
because you felt like that. I felt
Yeah.
like God. I feel like I
We
was stuck
felt
in there
stuck
with-
there. Exactly.
My God, that would suck, man. Every day you got to get stabbed in the hand. They got to take your fucking blood, and all of a sudden you got to burn it. You know what I'm saying? And just how the monotony of the fucking
Exactly.
whole being there.
So I thought that it was really well done.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. I fucking loved it. Episode 2 had a lot more action.
Agreed.
It was a lot better, and it had a lot of details in there that like a lot of people might have missed. What's going on, Nelson? What's up, Star Wars Tearing Little? I'm sorry, we didn't even say what's up to nobody. And anybody else that's in here. Okay, you read it. I can't even read that shit. I'm fucking
The Force
blind.
breaks down clones, so a clone with the M factor has the Force in it, so it doesn't break down with the use of the Force. So they need it so they can make Palpatine body that will hold up under, I'm assuming, the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
I want them to explain that in the Bad Batch, like the science, I guess, part of it, because we got the mad scientist right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the second episode, I like the way that it came in with Hunter and Wrecker. They're trying to find it. Wrecker had more sense in this, which kind of like through all the shit.
I like it.
Through all the shit, Wrecker's the one that's seen Tech fall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's gonna have that feeling of loss the most. I like the way that they show with the clone cadets, how they just left them fuckers there. They just were gonna let them all die and just bomb the shit out of the cadets. Kill them all, that they have no fucking respect for the clones whatsoever. I like the way, now there's a little bit of controversy going on, and I don't know if it's controversy because there ain't too many, I didn't see nobody else really talking about it when I was looking it up, but so the Vines. Now,
The Vines.
I went through the Slither Vines and I went back into the books. Kind of researched a little bit, like, has there ever been a time in fucking Star Wars that there has been vines that were kind of had like a mind of their own and tried to grab them up, tried to grab people up? And I couldn't find nothing other than in the High Republic. In the High Republic, the Drungir are fucking living plants that eat meat, and they're kind of fucking, you know what I'm saying, they're just fucking crazy ass plants that eat meat, and they try to eat the fucking whole thing. Other than if you go into like Legends, or not Legends, yeah, in Legends, in like newer shit when the fucking fucking, what are they called? Who are they called? Damn, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. The fucking new bad guys that come into the galaxy, whatever the hell they're called.
The Yuzhong Vong.
Yeah, Yuzhong Vong.
Oh.
They had plants that did that. But as we know, this is not that time period, so they haven't been around. The Drangir are in the High Republic. So I have a theory that they used some like frozen Drangir fucking shit that they had left over from the High Republic, and they put it together with a Sarlacc and manipulated it into this fucking Slither Vine. If you go on to StarWars.com and you look up Slither Vines and you look it up, it actually does a reference to Jabba's favorite character, the Sarlacc. I was kind of thinking that, so I was looking up like what could they have combined to make that the Slither Beast, and I couldn't find it, but I'm thinking that that's because that's the only fucking vines that have ever fucking slithered out and tried to get people so far in Star Wars was the Drangir. And then they stuck it with a fucking Sarlacc and created the fucking Slither Vines. So this might be the first attempt at fucking Star Wars to actually reference the fucking High Republic, which we know Disney's gonna do it because the High Republic is their fucking book babies. So we know sooner or later, but I think this is the first time that they've actually kind of tried to do something with the fucking High Republic. And they might come out that I'm fucking completely wrong, but that's one of the things. Then another thing, and we'll go into that for the next episode, but I really like the way that it broke down how far Hunter and Rex is going to go, well, especially Hunter, because Rex was kind of more of the fucking sensible person. Like, we should wait for Echo and Rex before we go down here. And Hunter's like, we got to go right now. And then Wrecker's like, the last time we did this, it didn't turn out too well, so we might want to wait for backup. And then Hunter just goes off on a fucking tangent, and they go down there anyway.
They go down there. And
I like it. It was kind of creepy. Because it's kind of scary to think about vines reaching out and getting you, and fucking then them little three-legged things were like creepy as shit. The storyline fit well. You know what I'm saying? We see what they're willing to go through to fucking get some information to find out where Omega is at. I liked it. I enjoyed the second one. I don't think it was as good as the first one, the action and stuff wise, but still storytelling, I don't think it was right there. Cause with it, I think the first one had the best storytelling. They really went into detail. The second one,
agree.
More action, but it was still a really good episode, and it fit with the storyline. So, like, if you were to count these three as like the escape arc,
great.
It's a fucking great arc so far.
I mean, I think personally, I would have liked her to be in the prison for a little bit longer. Like, for more episodes, just because I'm not a big fan of Omega. And I want to see them more of like do a rescue attempt, but they're going in a different direction, and I think that's fine. Am I the only one who kind of felt like this was a very different like tone, and like just this was a different style of Bad Batch than the last season?
And the first season.
Yeah. Like a lot more serious.
Yeah, it was very serious.
And it was less cheesy than most cartoons generally are.
It was more of an adult content. There was some horror, thriller shit, imprisonment type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it still had, like, with her and the doll, her making a doll, it still brought out that kid in you. It really made you feel like you was invested when you was watching, like you was a part of what was going on. And that was even in the second part. You was really fucking scared and thrilled, you know what I'm saying, for them trying to find her. You was like, yeah, go, go. It really excited you. And then with the third episode was just fucking amazing. Like, that shit was fucking, it had everything. We had Palpatine showing up. We had fucking a twist that I didn't think was going to happen. I truly believed that the Bad Batch was going to go in and try to fucking rescue Omega from the fucking thing. And, like, Omega showed her ass. She escaped. And not only did she escape, she literally probably my favorite part of all three of the episodes. And this is something that I didn't think I would ever like Omega, but she showed me a different side of her. Not only I thought that the Bad Batch was going to come in and they were going to fucking try to rescue her and they was going to get their ass whooped and they were all going to get captured or some shit like that. Omega breaks them out. And not only does Omega break them out, she figures everything out. And then when they execute Order 72, she goes and gets the ship. And not only does she go get the ship, when she comes down out of that fucking elevator,
she actually kills people.
And she gets in front of fucking Crosshair and blocks Crosshair and helps him. That I had to give her some respect there. I had to give her some fucking, like, Omega's the shit. She broke their asses out, and then she's like covering his back, and he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He done proved for 2 seasons he ain't shit. He proved it in this part, in the first episode of this thing, like, why are you even down here? Leave me the fuck alone. If I was going to escape, I wouldn't come get you. And she still did it. That shows me a lot of respect for Omega. Omega's not leaving nobody behind. And she jumps out in front of that thing, and she jumps on her knees, and she starts blasting at them motherfuckers.
She's going ham.
You gotta love the dog story. They put the dog story in there. The dog story's been in so many movies. Fucking Wolf. Fucking...
the dogs, yeah.
Yeah, and it worked And they didn't put it in like cheesy where it was like, why the fuck did y'all do that? Like the dog story's been in so many fucking movies. They put it in there and it fit to the story. So it wasn't bad. It was really good.
It kind of worked.
You know what I'm saying? Like she helped him out. She came back and saved him. You know, or saved her. So it was like Blanchard was the shit. I was like, oh, that's the dopest shit ever. It fit to the story though. They didn't just throw it in there just some random fucking dog fly out of somewhere and saves her from fucking shit we don't even know about. It fit with the story. It followed with the storyline. Yeah. She helped the dog. Dog comes back and helps her, or whatever they're called. It was a dog story.
I also liked how we finally actually saw them like shooting stormtroopers instead of stunning them.
Well, they stunned them at first, and I didn't get that.
Bro, I've always hated that. That's been my biggest
I can understand them stunning the clones.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to kill their brothers. I understood that.
My biggest complaint through all of Bad Batch has been the fucking stunning. And so Omega's fucking stunning them with her blaster, then gets on the ship and starts shooting them with the cannons. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of stunning them if you're going to start blowing shit up?
But I have to say that, and I like that they showed the actual effects of what they were doing to fucking Crosshair. Because when he goes to shoot them one clones, he misses. Like, he's a fucking sniper. Yeah. And he fucking, from a close distance, he wasn't that far away. He was like fucking 25, 30 yards. And he fucking misses. So, you know that they fucked him up. But he ain't gonna give up. He gonna keep on fucking fighting. And now he's really, his redemption, I didn't like the redemption part of it. Like, not the redemption of like the overall plot of the redemption. I didn't like the way that they showed it. She falls down and trips, and he gets up and hands her the fucking thing, and that's his redemption. Oh, they're working together. He's really got her back type shit. That shit was kind of fucking dumb. I didn't like that part.
I think they're going to keep like, kind of working towards it. I think it's more they're going to keep working towards it.
Yeah, well, now they ain't got no choice because once they hit fucking out. But another thing was Necromancer. Okay, Necromancer was brought up in The Mandalorian. It was a code word used for whatever this cloning shit in. But also Necromancer was brought up in one of the books in Death Troopers. I just did one of the like 2 seasons ago, or it's a special season of Star Wars Audio Archives. We went through the book Death Troopers, and you know, Necromancer was used in that book to describe the fucking the plague or whatever that was causing people to die and reanimating and to cause the zombie fucking horde to be on the fucking ship. It was called Necromancer. That's what was labeled on the canister, Necromancer.
Okay.
So that's another point. Now, was that a fucked up piece of Necromancer? Because the only problem, it's just kind of hard because Necromancer or the Death Trooper, you know, you got fucking Han and Chewie's there. So, you know, it's later on. I guess it could be not right around this time, but somewhere close within the next, you know, couple years that this happens. Because it's before they join a rebellion. But it's just like, what type of experiments is Dr. Hamlet coming up with?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to know.
Like, there's more than they show the Slither Vines, which is a new fucking technology that could wipe out a whole fucking planet. They drop one of them motherfuckers on the planet and it just goes around the whole planet and just starts fucking slither killing everybody. That'd be a fucked up way to die. You're just chilling on your planet and the next thing you know, Slither Vines is fucking taking you back to that giant mouth. The fucking a million fucking teeth. That motherfucker didn't have like one set of row of teeth like a Sarlacc. That motherfucker had multiple fucking rows of teeth. Like, goddamn, that motherfucker got a lot of teeth. But I think that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a good thing that they still leaving us with a little bit of intrigue. Like, it keeps us intrigued. It keeps us wondering how things is going. I do hope they explain a lot more. But these first 3 episodes definitely left us on a sense of suspense, especially the way that it left off. Like, it left off on a major cliffhanger. They just shot off and we don't know shit until next Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? We don't know a damn thing about what's happening. Like, We don't know shit. We don't know. But the Emperor did say you have the full cooperation of the Empire.
The full all the resources of the Empire.
So is this the first time that we might see a fucking
Vader
Inquisitor? Will we see Vader? Does Hamlock have the balls to call Vader? You know
no way.
Or does he call
Dude,
him?
I feel like if Vader gets called up by Hamlock, Vader's gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you, bitch? Like, all your science shit, and you can't get me out of this suit? Fuck you."
And dude, this is what I mean. Now I know that the Emperor is kind of fucking fucked up, but is some of this cloning shit to fucking clone fucking Anakin, so he doesn't have to be in the suit? Or is the Emperor, did he put all them fail-safes in this fucking suit to make sure that Vader always stayed in the suit so he could make sure that Vader can't ever kill him? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, his heart stops, Vader's heart stops. The suit stops working, Vader dies. Star Wars team leader said, LOL, Omega wasn't whining so much, it made it better. Yeah, that's true.
Agreed.
She didn't do a lot of whining. You know, it's crazy because in the first episode, there wasn't a whole lot of dialogue. If you really think about it, there was a lot of walking around, you know what I'm saying, walking through the corridors, seeing the type of shit that's going on in the fucking place. There wasn't a whole lot of fucking talking. Omega talked to the dog, she talked to Nala Say, she talked to the Emily chick or whatever. But it wasn't like a super lot of talking. There was a lot more dead time in there where just walking around kind of showing us. And sometimes that's very fucking good because it leaves that intrigue. It leaves that, you know what I'm saying, ability to you kind of make up your own imagination of what's going on, what people are saying. I don't know, like all three of these episodes were fucking very well done. Now, hopefully they keep up with this, and I think that they will, because this is the final season. And I think the writers is going to fucking just push every limit that they can push. And we already know that they're going to bring in guest characters, they're bringing back characters, you know, that we've seen in Sid and other characters. We've already seen it in the show itself. They brought back what's his face. They got his horn cut off by the fucking pikes, and you know that was another good part. I like that. They gave us a little bit more about the Duran family
what they're doing the whole time,
and what they're doing, and how they don't fuck around. They'll just fucking drop you in a hole. It was just a lot of good shit in this, man. It was a lot of good things, some things that just made you question things, but it also showed the kind of the way that Palpatine is going. Not maybe so much the Empire. I wish they would have gave us more a little bit about what the Empire is doing, but they did show us where Palpatine is headed. He's like, fuck, we got to do this. This is very important to the fucking the way that the Empire is going to do.
The security of the Empire.
Yeah, we're going to conquer the fucking galaxy using some of your fucking shit.
Yeah, which what could that be is what I'm saying. Because if this whole thing is just to like give a clone for Palpatine to live forever, I can't imagine a whole bunch of people like if he's saying this will protect the Empire, not the Emperor, but the Empire, and this will be good for the Empire. If I'm working for the Emperor and you're telling me this is the most important thing that the entire government should focus on is keeping the Emperor alive forever, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. This isn't important.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think
so that's
the research. I
that's
think
the only thing.
More about
it's hard to
research.
kind of keep unity in your country if top priority of your country is to keep this one dude alive. You know what I mean?
But I don't think the rest of the Empire. I think it's just Dr. Hemlock and the shit that he's doing is important to the vitality of the Empire or the Emperor.
Right.
But you don't ever know, because like if we go into like Death Trooper, like just imagine if a plague like that got across where people fucking just eat you and just reanimate and fucking, you know what I'm saying? When you die, you just reanimate and just imagine that shit spreading across the galaxy. We know in some of the other books that there's been fucking fucked up plagues that the Empire has put out. Just like fucked up a lot of people. We know about, you know what I'm saying, different strategies that the Empire has used to fucking conquer planets. And Dr. Hemlock's fucking shit, it could go into more of that side. And I think that that's kind of the way that they're going. They're going more down like, because they kind of made Dr. Hemlock a fucking, you know, kind of like a pretty main character in this. in this.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a very so like maybe they're showing that part of it, and they're not gonna show us so much about like them just fucking bombarding planets and fucking sending troopers and shit to take over planets. Because you gotta think about it. You got the Empire, and then you have all them separatist planets that are now like the new rebels because they're like, fuck, we just fought a war to fucking get rid of the tyrannical government, and now we got another tyrannical government. So now they're right back. So he has to do something to set fear within their ranks because they're still people. Just because they were using droids before, they're still people on these fucking planets, and people like to fight back, especially as we see with Ryloth. You know what I'm saying? As we see with some of the other planets that we've already seen the Empire doing that in season 1 and 2. I think that they're trying to come up with strategies to be able to conquer some of these planets and strike fear. You got to remember, strength and fear is what the Sith use to control.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Palpatine is going with that shit. You know, Sidious is going with fucking power. So you have to be powerful. I think, and you got to remember during this time, they're fucking getting, we know that they were already talking about fucking the Death Star in the movies. So this is after this, and so we know that they're working on the Death Star. They're getting plans together to start working on the Death Star. Well, until that Death Star gets ready, what other shit can we use? Well, let's fucking put some drain gear and some fucking Sarlacc together and throw it on a fucking planet and see how it fucking bears out. Now, fucking once the whole planet is gone, you know.
Well, no, because originally, if you listen to like those little cadets, they were saying how like originally it was like an experiment that like escaped and kind of took over.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you start fucking around with like drain gear and fucking Sarlaccs and shit, these fucking things they just kill shit. That's all they do is feast and kill
shit.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have like brains and fucking like the drain gear. And that's only if that's the part. This is just my fucking theory. But the drain gear were fucking, you know what I'm saying? They just fucking conquer planets and eat meat. They're plants that eat meat. That's the only thing they care about is eating meat. If it's fucking...
pretty much.
That's it. That's all they care about. So,
pretty much, yep.
You know what I'm saying? You take that and you take a Sarlacc. The Sarlacc just waiting for food to come by so it can just snatch it off and fucking eat it, wait till it falls in and just digest it over 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? The reason his digestive system is so slow because he don't know how long it's going to be till he gets another meal. So you put them two fucking very just food-driven fucking entities together, you get these fucking Slither fucking vines and the fucking Sarlacc mouth and that motherfucker just dragging shit back to it. Which is, you know what I'm saying, would be petrified if they just took that shit and dropped one of them fucking three-legged things on the fucking thing and it became a Sarlacc pit that got vines that can go over the whole planet. You destroy the whole planet. That's going to strike some fucking fear in the rest of the planet. Like, oh, shit.
Am I the only one who kind of got the feeling that we were like, it felt like Book of Boba Fett with like dropping explosives in his mouth?
Yeah, that was definitely a fucking kickback to fucking. But the funny thing is, he dropped that first detonator in his mouth, that first thermal detonator in his mouth. It didn't do shit.
Did do shit, yeah.
That motherfucker burped. Then they had to drop the whole box in there. Like, damn. But that worked. They killed it. So they can die. But at the same time, I don't know. They were just. I'm excited to see what comes next, and I can't really say that about too many later episodes in the last couple of series that's that came out with the first couple episodes that I was like super excited to see the rest. Ahsoka's first episodes were just fucking dull. They didn't like, at least this shit explains some shit. Ahsoka, they didn't explain nothing. Like, we still don't know how the fuck.
I think this is better than Ahsoka already.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes were definitely better than the first 6 episodes of Ahsoka. Definitely better than the first episodes of fucking Mandalorian, of season 3 of The Mandalorian. I think, which I'm a big fucking kid at heart. I always like cartoons better than live action. I'm just a giant fucking kid.
We know.
But I don't know. I thought they were fucking great. I can't wait to see what fucking happens next. Like, I really can't. It was fucking really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And I haven't said that about too many Star Wars things that came out of live. Like, I enjoyed Ahsoka, I didn't think they did a good job at the first episodes. Those first episodes, yeah, they got way better. But the first episodes were just kind of like, it's just drawn out and you didn't explain anything. At least in Bad Batch, they explained something. They kept to a storyline, they explained some stuff.
Right.
They told us what's going on, kind of how things was happening, what's going on with the characters. And it made it a lot better. Mandalorian, first couple episodes of season 3 were just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, what the hell is this? Why is he doing this? What the fuck is going on? Like, why? And you know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing is, like, I feel like it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. When you get the series that, like, once it kind of catches on and sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this. Once they get stories that, like, they have a good story and they know where it's going, and it's not, oh, we need to pump out something that fans are demanding for, the story kind of writes itself. So, like, Bad Batch, it's not like there was a huge demand, like, give us Bad Batch, give us Bad Batch, give us a series on Bad Batch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they came up with the story. Here's the story about the Bad Batch. Not many people are asking for it, but we have a good story in mind, and we're going to make that. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have, like, Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Everybody's like, give us more, give us more, give us more. And Disney's like, well, we kind of have to force something because people want it. And so it seems like this is coming across, like, more organically, where there's, like, an organic story coming that was, I guess, for lack of a better term, inspired. Meanwhile, other ones are like, all right, we have to force it because to give the people what they want, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Which I think there was a lot of people that did want the Bad Batch. I wanted the Bad Batch series. After I seen the Bad Batch in season 7 of
I'm not saying nobody wanted the Bad Batch, but it definitely wasn't.
It wasn't like we want Ahsoka, we want fucking,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want more Mandalorian, so let's just push out a fucking Mandalorian episode or season. And, like, I don't give a shit about Mandalore. You know what I'm saying? I don't give, like, dude, y'all could have did, like, I don't give a fuck. Who cares about the Mandalorians taking back over fucking Mandalore? I don't give a shit. It's a rock. It's all fucked up and blown up and fucking... Like, why would you even want that shit back? Find you a better planet. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, it just wasn't you know what I'm saying?
It's not this show that's been, like, overtaken by fan
season
service.
1 and 2 fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Season 3 was like, you're just fucking making shit up now.
It's like the
so
show that
cares
hasn't
about
been
that
completely, like, hijacked by fan service and profits and greed. You know what I mean?
Hopefully the fucking movie makes up for season 3. I just have a feeling that it's going to be very hard to fucking make a movie that fucking sucks all this other shit involved in this time period into 1 2-hour long. They're going to have to make that fucker like 3 hours long, which I hope they do. Maybe they'll make it 4 hours long. I'll go to the fucking movies for 4 hours and watch that. Should be awesome.
You would.
Fucking popcorn for 4 hours and watch the man.
All right,
that shit would be awesome.
Let's go. What's your ranking?
So episode 1, Confined, I would have to go. I'm gonna go.
Oh, we're ranking them separately.
Are we ranking all 3 of them together?
Either way, I can do either way.
Overall, I'd have to give it an 8. Overall, 2 was kind of. I mean. If I was ranking each one, I'd probably say 8 for the first one, 7 for the second one, and then 8.5 for the third one. So even out at 8.
Hold on.
If we're ranking all 3 of them together.
So you said the first one,
I'd give
episode
it
1 would be 8. Episode 2,
I'd give it a 7.5, probably 7.5. It was still good.
Okay.
I liked it.
And then 3.
The 3, I give fucking 8.5. That shit had everything in that shit. I really liked that third episode. That motherfucker was good. I like the escape. I like fucking Omega fucking shit. The only thing I really didn't like about the last episode was just the fucking.
What did you not like about the second episode?
The second episode, I didn't like the Slither Vine fucking concept. Like, I mean, I understand it was just kind of fucking like, dude, we got it in the books with the fucking drain gear. We got it in fucking the Sarlacc pit. We just got that shit already. Like, y'all could have came up with something new. Just something better than crossing fucking shit.
I agree.
I just, like, that part I didn't really care for. I mean, it was exciting. It was fun. It was scary. You know, I had that scary, tense feeling like these fucking vines can grab you at any time. But I think they could have done something different that would have been way better than that. And that's the only thing I really didn't. That was the only thing I really didn't like. Everything else was fucking cool. I liked the cadets. I liked it, you know what I'm saying? The cadets was trying to steal the fucking ship, you know what I'm saying? But then they get the call and they're like, let's go, because these motherfuckers was willing to take us off this planet. And, you know what I'm saying? Just the way that Hunter and Wrecker interacted in the second thing together, and it just felt like Bad Batch to me. It felt like fucking, like, it was just intense and fun. It just, the only thing I didn't like was the fucking Slither Vine things. I was just, that shit was kind of corny to me. Episode 1, the only thing I didn't like about episode 1 was this, it was just slow. And I was kind of scared. Like, it was good. Like, I liked the episode. But when I first started watching it, like how it was dragging on, and I was like, fuck, man, I hope the rest of the season ain't like this. But then once it got to the end, I was like, oh, that was fucking great. You know what I'm saying? The story was fucking great. They showed all the details. They showed what they were going through. They explained a lot of shit. It was fucking great. But I was just, that's the only thing I just wish they would have sped it up a little bit. They could probably took out some of that just walking around shit and got more direct to the thing. But I mean, it was still good. And then the last episode, fuck, man, there wasn't much that I didn't like about that last episode. Like, I liked that fucking last episode. And it explained a lot, too. You know what I'm saying? So it was fucking, it just...
All right. So you got 8, 7.5, and then 8.5.
Yeah, so about an 8 if you was registering them all three together.
Generous. I get you. I think for the first one, I'd probably go a 7. Pretty decent. There wasn't much wrong with it, to be honest. I think it was just slow.
But it was slow for good reason.
Maybe I might give it an 8.
It was fucking
because
good.
it was slow for a good reason, and like there wasn't really much to complain about. It's just that I wasn't like in love with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends. Like, I don't know. Second one, I think I definitely do a 6. I think a 6 is a good one for it. Whenever they get into like these random like side quests or like side characters and like side like little obstacle things, a lot of it can feel forced. And this weird like Rancor or Sarlacc, what Slither Vine thing, yeah, it was out of nowhere. It was weird.
Yeah, that shit was weird. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. Other than that, like I said, the side character shit, because it's not really a side character, it's about the Bad Batch.
These clones. But these cadet clones, they were cool. I like the cadet clones. I like how they might
survive the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of fucking cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That they're fucking soldiers, but they're like, never got a chance to do the soldier thing.
Yeah. So they were cool. They were interesting. But yeah, the Slither Vines was kind of weird.
It was just kind of, that shit was just kind of weird. That's the only thing I really didn't like about it, was just the Slither Vine thing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I think they could have done something better. They could have came up with something better than that. Not that it was bad. I'm not sitting back saying that it was bad. It was fucking, it served its purpose. But it was just like, why
so I think
fucking take like a Sarlacc and a Rancor and put them together and just have some fucking giant monsters running around. That would have been so much more interesting than some fucking vines grabbing.
Yeah, so I think actually for episode 1, I do a 7.5. Episode 2, I do a 6. And episode 3, I do a 7. Because I think episode 1 was the best episode. I know you liked episode 3 the best. I think episode 1 was the best.
I just liked episode 3 because, you know, I'm a fucking Sith. So I like fucking Palpatine walked in with his red eyes. And
did Palpatine look weird to you?
No, he kind of looked just like Palpatine from fucking Clone Wars. I just think they made his eyes a little bit more fucking yellowish, and
the way he was walking just looked weird to me.
I didn't like, you know, when it comes to like animation and the way that they walk and shit, like a lot of people point that shit out. I don't really pay attention to it because I like Rebels so much. And Rebels is like the fucking worst when it came to the animation out of all of the stuff. Way worse than the Clone Wars, way worse than fucking Bad Batch has ever looked. It looked terrible. But the story was so fucking good, I just learned to overlook that shit. Now I don't really pay attention to it as much no more. I don't know. I like when he turned around with Hemlock and he said, you know what I'm saying, when Hemlock was talking to him and he's walking back to the ship. I like seeing the fucking Emperor's Guard, you know, they're all fucking following him everywhere. You know, I don't know. And then, like, I kind of like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Nala Se finally got to meet the fucking Emperor, the one that was behind all of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, she doesn't met him. She met fucking Dooku or fucking, what's-his-face, you know, fucking Cypher Diaz. She met them, you know what I'm saying? She never got to fucking meet the fucking dude that's really behind everything. And I got, you know, she got to know by now that it was him behind every fucking thing at this point. She's not stupid. She's a very smart fucking scientist. She's not fucking dumb. So for her to be, you know, so finally get to meet him and be like the fucking Emperor, like she hasn't got to ever really meet the Emperor before. Well, I guess, well, maybe not. Because he might have went there during the Clone Wars or something that we don't know about when he was still Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go check out the fucking thing. I don't.
To me, he just looked weird because, like, it seemed like the robe was, like, really tight on him, so it made him look all skinny and wiry. And, like, I know he's not, like, a buff guy, but, like, usually his robe is, like, looser. It's, like, bigger.
But if you really notice, like, if you really look, like, all the fucking characters, if they're not fat and big, they all kind of like super skinny. Like, look at Crosshair. Like, Crosshair is fucking wiry as shit. But I don't know. I've been trying not to. It's animated, so I'm trying not to pay as much attention to animation details because fuck. Like, you look at some of the fucking like.
It's better than Rebels. It's better than Rebels.
Yeah, it's better than Rebels.
I'm sorry. Rebels story was great, but the animation was so dog shit.
That fucking the animation is fucking terrible. Remember how fucking what's his face Zeb walked? That shit was fucking. That shit was fucking.
The walking, the lightsabers, the fucking.
That shit was fucking horrific. It was fucking bad.
So yes, this is actually probably some of the best animation in my opinion. Like, besides everybody looking a little skinny, it's pretty good.
But yeah, I don't know. He did kind of look kind of skinny now that I think about it. He looked like, oh, what the fuck is Palpatine anorexic? But you got to remember, it's fucking Palpatine. He wasn't like a big dude anyway.
He looked skinny, and the way he was walking, like, I'm used to Palpatine walking like it's like a struggle for him, like, and just like kind of like shuffling along, kind of creepy.
He's a lot
like
younger here,
bro. But he's still got shocked to shit, bro. Like, and now he's like walking like it's easy for him, swinging his arms, like he's on a stroll in the park. It might just be hard
to animate the robe moving. You know, that might be harder than legs.
So yeah, just how skinny he was and wiry, and also like how he was just seemed to like walking along, like it just those were my. That's being nitpicky, to be fair, but
I don't know. It didn't bother me. I didn't even notice until you said something and I started thinking about it. I was like, yeah, fuck, I don't notice that shit. Because like I said, I watched Rebels so many fucking times, and Rebels is the worst. I think Rebels is fuck. I think the Smurfs had better animation than the fucking Rebels.
Well, I'm just like, I just don't think, because in the originals, Palpatine was like this big, scary character. You didn't see him until like episode 6. Like, that was the first time you really saw him in person. Was like, oh shit, it's Palpatine. You know what I mean? He was meant to be this mysterious, imposing character that like you did, because it's the Emperor. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a big deal. Emperor wasn't just some casual guy you saw all the time, and I like that. So when you're going to include the Emperor, I think he needs to still kind of have that. Yeah,
but you got to remember that they're kind of portraying him as, you know what I'm saying, this fucking. You got to look at it because, like, Palpatine ain't Sidious is not the biggest guy ever. The Emperor's mystique is bigger than him, actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying he's big. I'm just saying he needs to be
I don't know. It was kind of
a bigger deal. It needs to be like you don't see him very much. He's the Emperor. You've heard
And
of
they
him,
have
but
showed
you
him a
never
lot.
see him.
and
You
they
know what I
have
mean?
showed him a lot more in the
Yeah.
Bad Batch than
If you show him too much, it makes you lose kind of the mysterious
But
awe
also,
of him
you gotta
that
think about
have.
it. In all reality, you go back to the prequel trilogy. They show like we only seen him once in Episode 6, but we see Palpatine all the time in the
Yeah,
prequel.
but that's before he's the Emperor.
And then once he becomes the Emperor, you know what I'm saying? In like you don't ever really see him until now. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I like
goes-
the idea of the Emperor being
he-
this mysterious figure that you hear of but you don't see very much.
but I think the Emperor has to be more involved within the Bad Batch time period because this is when they're trying to conquer the fucking galaxy. You know what I'm saying? He got to show up a little bit
Maybe.
more often. You know,
Maybe.
I don't know. All I know is I liked him a lot. I really have enjoyed watching him, and it's kind of rekindled my fire a little bit. And I think that we need that sometimes because
I
some
say
of the things,
it's definitely the best we've seen since like Andor.
I wouldn't say that because the end of fucking Ahsoka I liked so, but
Okay.
the beginning of Ahsoka like it
Agree to
definitely-
disagree.
The beginning of Ahsoka definitely fucking no. That shit
This
was like, oh my God.
felt like Star Wars to me. Seeing Palpatine again in the
it
Empire.
definitely gave you a Star Wars feel. This definitely gave you a Star Wars feel. It
This
wasn't
felt
like some
the most
fucking,
like Star
seeing
Wars.
all the stormtroopers, like seeing the, and I like the way that they put different stormtroopers. They all didn't look the same. They had some of the fucking ones with the big packs on their back and the fucking
Right.
different visors, and then they had the regular
I'm
stormtroopers
yeah.
there. I like
I'm
the way
really
that they
liking it
included all
because
of
it's this, especially these episodes, kind of gave me the perfect blend of like prequel and original vibes.
that.
Yeah, it's definitely making me feel like I'm watching Star Wars.
Yeah, it definitely gave you a Star Wars feel. He said, Nelson said it reminded him of Jumanji in the yellow pod with the vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, there's not too much that I can complain
Yeah.
about these episodes.
So overall, I think of these 3 episodes, accumulatively, we're ranking it at like a 7.4, 7.5 almost.
yeah, I mean, and that's definitely fucking. I think it should be higher than that, but that's just my opinion.
Well, you know me, I like to rank a little bit lower than you.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't like animation as much as I do.
Bro, I think this is the highest I've ranked an animated
I think so too.
show so far.
Maybe some of the fucking Clone Wars episode or the Crosshair episode last season. I think you ranked a little bit higher than that, but
That's true.
Star Wars team leader said 8.2 overall.
Those 2 Crosshair episodes from last season, I had it like an 8.5.
Yeah, they were fucking. Them was good episodes.
All right, you want to get to news?
Yeah, we can do some news.
A
I ain't
bit.
looked up no news. I'm gonna tell y'all.
There's
right
not
off
much
the bat,
news. There's
fucking-
not much news.
I've been feeling like shit all fucking day. I haven't done shit. This week whooped my ass. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Nelson said, so are you still upset about them doing a 3-episode premiere? You mentioned a few weeks ago you weren't so
No.
sure about it. I
I'm
think
not upset
I think
about
they
it.
should have done it too. I think they should have done it too.
honestly, me personally, I don't like when they jump up with like a lot of episodes. I'd rather them stretch
Right.
it out and we get
Well-
more Star Wars for a longer period of time. But I think there's a reason behind this because of what the fucking release dates for some of the
Right.
other shit that's coming up.
For me, I think if you're releasing both episodes 1 and 3, showing Omega being in captivity and then Omega being released or escaping on the same weekend kind of takes away from the whole
Yeah,
I want Omega to escape. Because she's escaped. The episodes literally just came out. I already know she's escaped. If
Which
you're going to
definitely
release more than one
threw me
episode,
for a loop. That threw me for a loop. I didn't think that they were going to escape like
yeah.
that. It was very
So
surprising.
I would have
and it was-
released.
and I think that's one of the reasons that I ranked that last episode so high because they tricked me. I've had figured that they was like the whole season was going to be fucking drawn out to them trying to get them out of the fucking thing.
I would have done
And I'm
it.
so
You
happy
release
that they didn't do
episode
that.
1 and 2, and then next week have her escape with episode 3.
Me, honestly, I just like bring out an episode at a time. One episode per week, like they did with the Clone Wars. They didn't ever fucking drop, or Rebels. They didn't ever drop fucking 5 episodes or 3 episodes or 2 episodes. They dropped 1 episode a week, and you got fucking 16 or 12 weeks or whatever they did for that season, 24, because some of them got 24 seasons. Some of the seasons of Clone Wars got, 22? You got 22 weeks. That's a lot of Star Wars.
Right.
When you start releasing shit 3 at a time or 2 at a time and shit like that, then it takes away from the extended period that we get to have more Star Wars. Now, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they drop some new Star Wars like right after this shit is over and we ain't got to wait 3 fucking months. Because, you know, I just hate waiting. Like, I hate waiting for new Star Wars to come out. I want to watch Star Wars all the fucking time, which I know at this point we could watch fucking Star Wars for fucking 10 years and never run out of fucking Star Wars to watch. If you watch some fucking piece of Star Wars every day, there's fucking 7 seasons of fucking Clone Wars. There's fucking all the movies, all the fucking Bad Batch, Rebels, fucking all the different series, man. You could watch Star Wars for fucking a grip before you ran out of fucking Star Wars content. But I would rather have new Star Wars content, like just butt it up right to the next Star Wars content, bring out the next shit. And then it's easier for us to compare shit together because you don't have this long period of time in between 2 things. And then, plus, you can see the overall direction that they're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? You get a better, when you get a 2-year fucking separation between a season 1 and a season 2 or even a year, you know what I'm saying? There's lots. Then you got to go back and rewatch it again. And like with me, I have no problem with that. But like, I just got done watching The Bad Batch, season 1 and 2, like a month ago. And then I had to turn around like, oh, fuck, man, they're coming out with season 3 starting fucking this week on the 21st. Now I got to watch it again. Because I want to have my brain fucking right, especially with my forgetful ass with this MS shit. So I try to fucking, you know, refresh my brain. So I'm analyzing shit in a way that I'm not missing out on nothing. Is it staying with the story? Is it fucking, you know what I'm saying, is shit all right? Did they change the way that the characters look to a point that it's not even the same character no more? Is the storyline going together? Does some of these storylines make the other parts better that I thought was bad because they explain something? Because if you just put out an episode that's for no fucking reason, like the fucking planet with the island on there. Like, what was the fucking purpose of that? Now we have a purpose for that. So it made that, now that episode is actually better. I think I rate that fucker like a 5. And now we go back and I'm like, now it's a little bit higher because now I understand why that episode was important. Like, it was still part of the story. It wasn't just some random episode that they just put out for no fucking reason because they need to have somewhere to take clones to. That's what they were explaining in that episode. They needed to find somewhere to take clones to that they would be safe. And they're taking the cadets there. Now I kind of got this, I have a thought in my head that Rex might be taking other clones there. You know what I'm saying? To escape this because fucking nobody knows about this fucking island on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a place for the clones, all these rejected clones to escape to. And for, you know what I'm saying, that kind of explains that type of thing. And now that episode, I would rank higher because now it makes sense for it to be there. Because before, it just didn't make no fucking, like, why are we doing this? Why is the purpose of us being here? Stupid. This is dumb. It don't have any, it's a filler episode. Well, now that filler episode has a purpose. So now it's not just a filler episode no more. Now it has a purpose.
Kind of to your point, I think pretty soon after we finish Bad Batch, we're gonna have Acolyte coming out. Yeah, because I think that's. I mean, the only news that I saw, quote unquote, was that there's reports that the Acolyte is gonna come out in June,
which will be
June 5th.
Kind of like we said June or July,
which is pretty close because the Bad Batch. Let's see, we got 16 episodes. That means we have 13 more weeks. 13 more weeks of releases. Yep. So that takes us into, if I can look at my calendar, that'll take us into
March, 4 weeks in April, and 4 weeks in May.
3, 4.
So that would be 16 weeks. So it's like it's basically ending a couple weeks before it comes out, 3 weeks before If Acolyte comes out
May-
on
yeah.
June 5th,
We'll have
So-
like 2 or 3 weeks in between,
yeah, which
I think is
that's a good-
perfect.
That's perfect. A month is all right with. I'm okay with a month.
Yeah.
But a year, 2 years, 5 years before another Star Wars content come out, no, hell no. I want more
Yeah.
Star Wars. Like I want y'all. Like I agreed with what's his face, the CEO of Disney, saying that they were going to cut back and stop putting out so much stuff to make better content. I agreed with him on that.
So
You
do
know what
I.
I'm saying? I said do that, but you can do that in a way where it's not like fucking.
A drought.
Yeah, like a fucking 7 months before we get fucking shit. Couple
Agreed.
months is fine. Like 2 months, fine. You know, even 3 months, anything over 3 months, now I'm getting fucking irritated. Like I want some more Star Wars. I'm like a fucking
Right.
drug addict. I need some more. I need my damn.
I need my
damn
fix.
fucking fix. I need my Star Wars fix. And I need new Star Wars fix, not shit that I've already seen 1,000 times. Not that I have a problem watching any of those things that I've seen 1,000 times, but I would rather have, that's like taking, getting that watered down cocaine. You know what I'm saying? That fucking, like if you're going to give me some fucking cocaine, give me some fucking real cocaine. Don't give me shit that's 90% baking soda. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do not do cocaine. Don't think I do cocaine because I don't. But I'm using
Because your friends suck
references.
dick for cocaine.
Yeah, I probably had some friends that probably did some fucking crazy shit.
You remember 2 episodes you said that.
That's not my friend. That motherfucking coworker.
Oh. I'm sure he was your friend. You probably gave him some money for cocaine.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'll just play.
drugs are to be sold, not used.
All right, you want to? I think that's kind of all we had for news, to be honest.
So I guess there's this thing that's been going around for a while over the years that Billy Dee Williams. It says he embraces gay rumors. I've always been called a closet queen. I thought this was kind of funny. Let's see. There's a one, but I don't pay much attention to the rumors. But he was called gay. He was called a closet queen. Damn, man, he turned 87 in April. Holy shit. Okay, the alphabet people has added more acronyms to their fucking. It's LGBTQIA plus. Like, goddamn. Just use the whole. Just fucking say alphabet people. It's way fucking easier. And that's not even like a racist fucking or sexist comment. You guys are like got every fucking like, dude, that's a lot. LGBTQIA. But I guess he said, I have no problem hanging out with the community. He even attended a secret gay party in the Metropolitan Opera basement when he was an extra. But does he say he's gay in here? I don't remember. I don't think he said he was gay, but he's been called. He says his daughter was happy that he was gender fluid. What is that?
Well, I mean, if you read honestly, I think it's
he's 87
culture
years old,
kind of taking what he says and going crazy with it. Because he talks about like being in touch with his feminine side. So they're like, oh my God, are you gender fluid? And he goes, no, dude, I just mean like being in touch, like guys can have like this softer side to them. And that's all I meant.
Always dress good. You can tell.
So I think he says stuff and just the modern culture is like, oh my God, this means you're gay. You know what I mean? And they go crazy.
Oh man.
And he's like, no, that's not what I meant. I just meant like not being afraid to kind of be like on the softer side every now and then or whatever. Because like it talks about how he's like he says he's like, I get in touch with my feminine side, and so then like the human rights campaign, this LGBT advocacy group said, congratulations, Williams, for coming out as gender fluid, and then he goes, no, that's not what I meant. I just meant being in touch with your softer side. And so it's like I just think he's just like a regular guy who's not afraid to be himself, and then people like to kind of go crazy, especially when it comes into the LGBTQIA thing. People like to kind of go crazy with that
Okay,
stuff.
there ain't even no ads on it. See, fucking YouTube was really fucking up because I didn't even turn the ads on at all. They're not even on at all. There's no ads on this fucking. There's not supposed to be any ads on here at all. I didn't even turn it on. I didn't even monetize this video.
Plus, if there is ads, why aren't we getting paid for this shit?
That's what I'm wondering. We ain't making no damn money. Star Wars team leader said there's a new Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, New Republic E-Wing, and KE4N4 pre-sale. Yeah, I haven't looked at none of the toy shit. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't look at no news this morning. Like literally, I got up and just laid in the fucking bed. I got up long enough to fucking, cause I made the fucking thumbnail and everything yesterday. Cause I had to drive to St. Louis. My daughter got a car in St. Louis, so we had to drive all the way to St. Louis, go pick it up, and then come back. And like I didn't get back last night. We didn't get back till like 7 o'clock, and then just being in a car that long after driving all week. I was in the field all week this week. It was just fucking one of those weeks. And then there was one other thing. Let me see if I can find it. Well, this isn't really, but Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Marcel Ang says season 3 has a darker tone than surprising premises.
Which I like.
Kind of seen that. We definitely seen that. It's definitely darker. And I'm not fucking mad at that shit. That is, I love it.
You can do both.
So Game Rant, they reported that their reporter, I can't remember his name, but he said that the Star Wars fans explained how the dark side movie could save the franchise. And I kind of agree with that. I think that Disney really needs to go to more of the fucking dark side, like fucking Sith bad shit. Because you got to remember, one of the things that made the original trilogy so good, it was very dark. You know what I'm saying? You had this fucking empire that just had conquered the fucking planet, the galaxy, and they're trying to figure out how to get it back. It didn't look, it was like a hero story, but it had a very dark tone to it if you really look at it and really dissect it. It had a very dark tone. You had the Emperor, you had fucking Vader, you had, the dark side, all the Jedis are dead, it's just fucking, just the whole galaxy is just under this rule of this iron fist. And it had a very darker tone to it. And that's kind of what captivated people, because you wanted to see the hero win. But you have to have a dark plot in order for the hero to win. We're tired of seeing the cowboy shoot the fucking Indian and win. We want to see more of that fucking, you really have to work for it. You got to think about it. Luke had to work 3 fucking movies to get to win. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no quick fucking one movie, you're a winner. You know what I'm saying? But that was something that was done back in the day. You got to remember with Rocky. Rocky didn't beat Apollo the first movie. He had to go to 2 whole movies before he beat Apollo. And then he rarely only did that. He just got up before Apollo did. So movies had a darker tone then for the hero to come back. And I think you can do that. I think Disney can still do that and stay under the PG-13, because we've seen them do it with Andor. Andor was still PG-13, but, it was very dark tone. It was a very dark time. And I think that they could do that. And I think I agree with that statement. I think I agree with the whole thing, because I didn't read the whole thing, but I read most of it. And I think that a darker movie or a darker tone would save. And we've seen it even in the Bad Batch right here. These first 3 episodes had a very dark tone to them. And it made it very interesting. It made it feel like it wasn't so kiddish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for us adults, like I love the kiddish stuff, don't get me wrong, but for the adults, that adult part of me wants to see something that's a little bit more gritty, a little bit more, like you don't have to show the blast or hit him in the face like in Andor. Just give me the insinuation that it's happening.
Right.
You
can be dark without being like fucking rated R and crazy.
And gruesome. And I think that if Disney does go that way with Star Wars and the franchise, I think that we could see, and I have a feeling that the Mandalorian movie is going to be pretty gruesome. Because you got to remember, a lot of people got to die in this movie for the First Order to take over. You know what I'm saying? For the First
Right.
Order to come into power. A lot of people got to die to get to the point where fucking the entire rebellion is on the run. I have a, man, you know what's weird? Like, how are you, like, well, I guess they did it with fucking Mark Hamill. They could do it with Carrie Fisher. Because, you know, Leia got to be in a movie if they're leading up to the fucking thing. Leia got to be in it. Han
Yeah,
gotta
I don't
be
know
in it.
how they would do it.
I don't know how they got to do it. But if they're leading up to the First Order, at some point, I mean, they brought Leia's voice in Ahsoka. You know what I'm saying? As her talking. So, I mean, I think that they could be crafty enough to a way to do it, but they have to be in it somehow if it's just them talking, because we're leading up to that point. You know, that's what everything's supposed to lead up. Well, and I'm speculating at this point. They don't have to. They could make 3 fucking movies and do it in a trilogy. But, you know, The Mandalorian, all this is supposed to be leading up to the First Order taking over. So that's the in-between period that we're in. Is in between the fall of the Empire and then the First Order coming into power, you know what I'm saying, starting to conquer or whatever, coming back into the thing from the folds of the unknown universe. So with that going on, I think that they have to be brought in somehow, and I think they can be crafty enough to do it. I mean, they could fucking do like they did with Luke and just get her daughter to play her and just fucking computer animate her fucking face on there or whatever. But they have to lead. They have to be into it. I mean, a younger Han. You know what I'm saying? DH Han or whatever. I think that they have the technology to do it. Now, can it be good? I don't know. Luke looked pretty good. You gotta find somebody that looks like Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, but they did a pretty good job with Luke. Luke didn't look too bad. he didn't look like Luke, but you gotta think it is a little bit of time. He's a little bit older, so he ain't gonna look exactly the same. But he was pretty close. They didn't do a bad job with Luke. But I don't know. You know that they have to show up sometime, and the way that Dave explained the movie in the interviews is that it's supposed to lead up to that time. He was like, Mandalorian will lead up to that time. So I know it has to be kind of dark, which I think is going to be a horror. Well, I don't know, because there's some dark ass episodes of Clone Wars and Rebels and shit that Dave wrote. So I think he could do it.
I hope so.
So it's just a. Man,
All right.
January 5th is when the Acolyte's coming out. Fuck
June
that.
5th. June 5th.
June. Oh, I thought you said. I don't know why January just popped in. I said, man, that's a fucking year. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh,
June 5th.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
isn't too far away.
It's
I mean, by the time we're finishing this, we'll have just a
we said
couple
when
weeks.
we originally talked about when we
Just a
thought
few
it was going
weeks.
to come out, we said probably July or August.
Right.
So June, it's a little bit.
Now,
sooner.
granted, this is a report only. We don't know for sure, but
And if it's anything like reports on video games, we might not ever get that shit.
fucking, I give up.
Let me see. There was one other thing. Star Wars. Oh, wait a minute. So there was something on StarWars.com, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. Take the high ground in a Brawlhalla Star Wars event. It says, get ready to shout out you are the chosen one. A master and his apprentice are slashing their way into Brawlhalla. Starting March 20th, 2024, the Brawlhalla Star Wars event will bring fan favorite characters like Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi to a 2D free-to-play fighting game, and keep your eyes peeled for other new additions coming to the game later this year. Who will emerge victorious? I'm guessing it's like a fucking and that's all the information they gave on it. And it's a cross console platform fighting game. So is it going to be like fucking Mortal Kombat type shit?
Probably. That's the only thing I can think of.
This is on StarWars.com. This isn't like a fucking random thing. This is like on StarWars.com. But that's all the information that they give you on it. So, and it shows like, did you go on the thing here? I'll just share it on the thing because I thought this was kind of interesting. Like, what is this shit? I'll play this shit if it's like Mortal Kombat. Share screen. So like, this is all that it says. Take the high ground, and then it literally says what I just read. That's it. Then it goes into the, the other shit. But that's all that it says. And then this is on StarWars.com. So, like, I seen this and I was like, shit, man, we gotta talk about this. Cause like, what type of, it says Obi-Wan Kenobi battling it out. Join Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi battling it out in a cross-console platform fighting game. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like Mortal Kombat. Like, you can use the Force and fucking lightsabers and fucking duel it out. Like, that's kind of cool, but like, it doesn't say anything. And this is done by the Star Wars team. But it doesn't say anything about, it says starting March 20th, 2024. Like, that's in in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks, a month. Because what's today, the 25th? Yeah, that's very fucking quickly. I'm like, how did y'all keep this under wraps for so long? And it's free to play. It's only 2D, so it's not going to be like the greatest graphics.
I mean, it's not going to be crazy.
Yeah. But is it going to be like an app? You know what I'm saying? A cell phone app? Because it says cross-platforms. Are they talking about cross-PlayStation, Xbox, and PC? Or is it, you know what I'm saying, fucking cell phones? Or, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of excited. I kind of want to see what this is about. Because if it's for a cell phone, I'll play that shit. That's the only time I play games. And it's usually just pool. What's going on, Chris? So I'm kind of interested in seeing what it is that they're talking about. I didn't look into it anymore. I just seen this shit and I was like, shit, I want to talk about this in news and rumors. You see any other information on it? Because like I said, I didn't look up anything else.
I don't know. Brawlhalla. Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Like I said,
I think it's a game that already exists, and Anakin and Obi-Wan are just going to be now like added to it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could be. Because they don't give us any information on it. I just seen it. I was like, dude, this is interesting because they don't give us any information on it whatsoever.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It looks like Brawlhalla is like a game that already exists. It's a mobile game. And then Anakin and Obi-Wan are just going to be added to it.
Okay. I'm going to have to look it up and see what it is. I don't know. I just seen it and I was like, oh, I want to talk about this. Because, I'm not into games shit. Like, I play games on my phone every once in a while, but mostly I just play pool and chess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. It says March 20th, so we'll see you on March 20th. Brawlhalla Star Wars. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So through the request, we had some people that requested on Instagram and on the YouTube video. They liked the guest fucking thing. So Garrison came up with more of the guest what people say next.
I know. I hope I don't repeat anyone's on accident.
Well, if you do, you do. Fuck it. And we're gonna do that for the impossible quiz because people said they liked it. I think maybe we'll do we might go into what the hell? We might go into maybe make this something that we do like mid-show. You know what I'm saying? We'll do this like mid-show, and you know what I'm saying, to break up. You know what I'm saying? Break it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more interesting. We used to do what if. Oh, wait a minute. Before we get into anything else. Okay, y'all want to do a what if? Because I was asked a question that kind of fucking blew my mind. Somebody hit me up on Instagram and they asked me this question. And I was like, dude, this is a great what if question. So I want to share it with you guys, all right? I think it was Kelly Kelly something on Instagram. I'm sorry, Kelly. I remember her first name was Kelly. But she asked me, what do I think would happen if this happened? So let's do a what if. We're going to do a what if this time.
All right. Give me a sec.
Okay. Now, everybody got to jump in on this one because I want everybody's... What if Padme joined Anakin on the dark side and they had Luke and Leia and they were like controlling the galaxy as like the king and queen of fucking the dark side of the Empire?
Anakin and Padme as the dark side. I don't know if it would be dark side necessarily.
Like if when you know how Anakin asked her like, "I will overthrow Palpatine. I am more powerful than he is," and she's
Right.
like, "Okay, let's do it." And then they had the kids, and it was like a family of fucking the Emperor, the Empress, and the
See, and
fucking
I don't think it
Prince
would
and
be
Princess
like
emperors.
as evil. I feel like Padme just doesn't have as much evil in her. So I feel like she would mellow him out, and it actually might not be too bad.
I don't know. I think that would be. But just imagine fucking Anakin, Padme, Luke, and Leia, all are dark side fucking like.
Well, because you saw how much the people of Naboo loved her as a queen. They tried to change the law to keep her in power. So I can't see her being a bad empress. So if she were to take over, I feel like she would mellow out Anakin, make Anakin, I guess, more compassionate. And they might actually be a good emperor and empress. I could kind of see that.
I think Anakin gets her to kill people.
Nah,
Uses the
I don't
Force and
reckon.
manipulates her, gets her to kill people, and then she likes it. And then they train fucking Luke and Leia, and they're just out there fucking being the Emperor's hands, whacking people.
You knew how much he loved Padme. I feel like Padme could kind of get him to like.
I don't know if he loved her, if he was just infatuated. You know, that puppy love goes away after a while. We all love our wives that much when we first get with them. You know what I'm saying? For like the first 10 years. Then after that, it's just like, you're fucking annoying. Get away from me. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine. Just imagine them getting a divorce and having to split the galaxy up. And fucking the kids. And the kids is just like fucking like, Mom, can I go kill this planet? Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chris
I
says,
feel like
Palps
it would be
kill
good.
Anakin sooner and take Luke and Leia under his teaching. I think Palps would see Anakin more as a threat and overthrow him as his kids got older and stronger. That's a good point.
Yo, that's a great point. That's a great point.
Palpatine is smart as shit. Out of all the Sith Lords, I think other than Bane, I think Palpatine is probably the smartest one. Because Bane didn't. Like,
That's what I've been saying this whole time, dude.
Like, that dude is good at fucking influence and shit. Look, he had two sides of the galaxy fighting each other for no fucking reason. That's pretty fucking smart. Like, you're just in the middle making sure everything happens. Like, that's pretty fucking smart. That's it. He manipulation is his fucking, manipulation and shit is his fucking deal. He'd have figured out a way to fucking kill Anakin. I'd have took Padme for my wife. Because Padme fine. And then fucking, like, Uncle Palps is going to teach you all about the dark side, Luke and Leia. Yeah, I can see Palps doing that shit. Old Palps. Or they called him Grandpa Palps. Like, Grandpa Palps.
Palpatine? Nah, because Palpatine's pure evil. I don't see any world in which Padme and Palpatine would, like, work together. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck, if they already control the galaxy and he kills fucking Anakin, you know.
No, but, like, I mean, like, so let's just say Padme says, yes, I'll join this empire. If Anakin's there and you get Palpatine and Padme, he's married to Padme, Palpatine's emperor, I don't see any way in which Anakin can still be married to Padme while being the Padawan of Palpatine. One of them would have to go.
So you think Palpatine would kill Padme?
Palpatine would either kill Padme and Vader, or Vader would kill Palpatine. And you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good one. Chris says another good what if that he saw recently was what if Ahsoka agreed to help Maul during the fight on Mandalore and they have stopped Anakin before he stops Windu? Oh, that's a good what if. The galaxy would just turn out to be a fucking same old ass republic. Because then, you know what I'm saying, all the Jedis wouldn't have got killed. And then they would have kept on fucking influencing the entire galaxy. Because you got to think, if they would have stopped Anakin, then Mace would have killed fucking Palpatine. He was going to kill him. There wasn't no question about that. He was going to kill that motherfucker. He said he's too powerful to be left alive. He was going to kill him. I don't think Palpatine could have escaped that shit. He was going to die. If fucking Anakin didn't cut off Windu's hand and where Palpatine could shock him out the window, yeah, the fucking Palpatine was going to die. Mace was going to kill his ass. Yeah, that. Yeah. It would have just remained the same shit. The war would have just been over. Everything would have went back to fucking normal. Unless another fucking Sith Lord like fucking popped up. Like, I just can't believe that no other Jedis or nobody else turned to the dark side this whole time. It was just two of them. You know what I'm saying? For this whole fucking time. Like, some other people had to turn to the dark side or some shit. Like, it just doesn't make no sense that nobody turns to the dark side. What if they both got, like, fucking fried and she had to wear a Vader fucking suit, too, but it was pink? I know y'all seen that meme with fucking... there's a meme out there that I seen that had fucking Padme in a pink Vader suit.
Padme in a pink Vader suit.
Yeah, she like looked like Vader, but it was pink. And he's like, "Oh my God, Padme!" It was like fucking Vader in black and fucking Padme in pink.
Should we get to the quiz?
Are we doing a quiz? Oh yeah. Okay.
We don't have to do a quiz.
Oh yeah, no.
I can do it next week.
No, go ahead, do it. Cause I have one.
Stop right there, you rebel scum. Prepare yourself for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. Blast them.
Sorry, what'd you say before I cut you off?
I said I have one. I got one.
One question?
Actually, I got some questions, but you know what I'm saying? I got one of the fucking thing. I just seen it when I was researching, and I was like, it has to do with the Bad Batch. So I was like, dude, we should do this one.
All right. I'll do some of the quotes will be like from the same like scenes, but they'll be different sections, you know what I mean? And then some quotes we haven't even done before. All right. Let's go. All right. So for the first one. All right. We'll go Anakin. I saw your ship. What are you doing out here? Padme. I was so worried about you. Obi-Wan told me terrible things. Anakin. What things?
That was easy.
Yeah? That one is pretty easy. But after this, I'll keep going to and I'll break it up again, if that makes sense.
Come on, guys. Somebody jump in here. I already got the answer. Come on, guys. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I know nobody wants to hear me humming. So
someone will get part of it, but I'm wondering if you'll get it actually right. Because you'll get the gist of it. Oh yeah, Chris wasn't here. You're just going to continue the quote. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some dialogue of a scene, and then I'm going to stop. You need to give me the next line. How does the character respond? So, like I said, Obi-Wan told me terrible things. What things? All right. I don't see anybody. Is the chat this delayed?
I don't know. I'm just giving everybody a chance to respond. I guess it's not that delayed because Chris jumped in pretty quick. Horrible things. Things that you have done killing younglings. Yep.
The last part's right, but
That you turned to the dark side and you killed younglings.
yeah, there you go. Good job, Kyle. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna stop again. Well, I'm gonna jump down a little bit. Let's say Anakin says Obi-Wan is trying to turn you against me. Padme, he cares about us. Anakin, us? He knows he wants to help you, Anakin. All I want is your love. Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that. What's the next line? This one's a little bit tougher. Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that. All right, what does Padme say? Because of Obi-Wan. Nope. No. She does say that, but it's later. You skipped a couple lines. But good guess, Chris. Chris said Obi-Wan was right. You have changed. It's a good guess, but that's not till later.
The path that you are on, I cannot follow.
Nope.
Nope, that's after Obi-Wan said, Obi-Wan was right, you have changed. The path that you are on, I cannot follow. Oh, shit, what does she say right after then? Damn. I can't believe what I am hearing. Chris says, I can't believe what I am hearing.
Nope.
Is that right?
Nope.
Oh, fuck, what did she say? Slaying your fucking dark side dick on me.
Yeah, see, I got you. You guys are all picking like quotes from her scene, but it's not till later on in the scene.
Oh man, what the fuck did she say right
So he says, "Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that." And Padme says, "At what cost? You're a good person. Don't do this."
Oh yeah, she does that.
And then Anakin says, "I won't lose you the way I lost my mother. I'm becoming more powerful than any Jedi I ever dreamed of, and I'm doing it for you to protect you." She says, "Come away with me." He says, then he asks her, "Together we can rule the galaxy, make things the way we want them to be." Then Padme says, "I don't believe what I'm hearing. Obi-Wan was right. You've changed."
Ah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. All right. Let's see.
It's real funny how we all jump to the negative shit right off the bat.
I know. All right.
That's what sticks in your head, the negativity. We don't remember the nice shit. Come away from me, Anakin. I love you. Fuck you, bitch. We're gonna rule the galaxy.
All right. Here we go. Palpatine says, "The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural." What does Anakin say after that?
That's a trick question. Anakin don't say shit.
Does he?
I thought it switched screens after that. Ain't that after the fucking things go up in the air and all
Nope.
he just sitting there watching that shit?
Nope.
Is there a possibility to learn these new powers? Or
You're
is there
close.
a possibility to learn these powers? I thought he said that shit before that. Fuck, I'm stumped. Damn, I can't think of it. Oh,
I mean, I can give you more, but
no, that's good. Can I learn these powers? Not from a Jedi.
Nope.
No.
nope.
What the fuck does he say right after that? You're the Sith Lord we've been looking for.
So I'll back up a little bit. Palpatine says, I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Dark Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith. So powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side that he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. Anakin, he could actually save people from death. Palpatine, the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities, some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah, can we? Then Anakin says, can.
Nope, not yet.
What the fuck does he say after that?
See, I got a trick. See, now I'm pulling out the hard ones. Last week I had some kind of obvious ones where like famous quotes.
Sith Lord we've
Now
been
I'm doing
looking
the
for. No, 'cause
round those famous quotes.
That's after that. That's when they're in the hallway. Where you're talking about is when they're sitting down in the theater. Well,
Yep.
Chris and
How does one learn these abilities? No. All right, you give up?
Because that's after that. How does one learn these abilities? Can one be taught these? Can one learn these abilities? That's a.
You guys are like right there, but you're right after it.
Oh shit! I can't remember.
All right. Palpatine, the dark side of the Force is the pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Anakin, what happened to him? Palpatine, he became so powerful, the only thing he was afraid of was losing his power. Blah, 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 blah. He could save others from death, but not himself. Then Anakin says, is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
Yeah, not from a Jedi. See? I'm getting you. You said it was too easy last time.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, it wasn't too easy last time. It was still, but it wasn't that hard. All right, go ahead.
All right, this one's going to be a little bit trickier. All right.
Fuck.
All right, so this one, Obi-Wan. But Master Yoda says I should be mindful of the future. What does Qui-Gon respond with?
Okay, y'all know this one. I know this one.
Well, I guess that's not as tricky, but...
No, it's not. All right, guys, come on.
I'm getting some
All right,
hard
come on.
ones.
All right. Got me.
Got me. I got Chris.
All right. Not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the present.
You got the first part right. Not be mindful of the present. You got, but not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan. But Star Wars team leader got it too,
Chris
but
got
not
it
at the expense
before
of
me,
the
though. I
moment.
think Chris got it before me. I mean, not
Chris got it?
Star Wars,
Star Wars team leader? Yeah. But not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan. Good job. Good job. All right. One more?
Yeah. And then I'll do
We'll
the
do
one that
one
I got. I got one for Bad Batch.
I'm trying to do a good one. All right. I like this one, but I don't know how many people are going to remember it. Anakin. When I got to them, we got into aggressive negotiations. Padme. Aggressive negotiations? What's that?
Come on, chat. Y'all got to get this one. That's
Kyle,
easy.
do you know this one?
Hell yeah.
I feel like Kyle knows this one.
I know everybody in the chat knows this one too. Everybody knows this one. Come on, guys. Hurry up. It's coming. I can't hold it in very much longer. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Come on, Chris.
we
Come
love
on,
this
Star
scene.
Wars team leader Nilsson. Where you at? Yeah, we haven't seen you answer anything. I know you're still here. Come on, guys. Somebody answer. Oh, come on, stupid ass. Time delay.
Chris,
started blasting.
so I start blasting.
No.
That's a good one. Close, yeah, close.
What's a lightsaber? Negotiations with a lightsaber is exactly what he says.
Yeah. Well, negotiations with the lightsaber. And he says it with that stupid fucking smile.
Yeah. That's one
All
of my
right,
favorite
all right.
parts. Okay. So I got one.
All
Okay.
right.
And I was researching the fucking Bad Batch and I came across this and I was like, oh, we could use this right here. In season 1, Omega convinces Hunter to let her come with him to reclaim the capacitor. Omega, I'll go with you. No, Hunter, no. That thing could be that thing could be dangerous. What does Omega say?
Shit, hell if I know, bro. TV shows are so much harder than movies. Dude, I
had
got
like
no
6
clue.
more, but I ain't gonna do all of them. Cause I was just researching, and whenever you go on like Wikipedia and different things like that, all the different quotes come up, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. We could use that one since we're talking about the Bad Batch today, which we will try on Wednesday to come out with a show. It all depends on if we can get off work in time. What? Because I'm a woman? No. Sounds like something Disney would say, though. Yeah, but we're definitely gonna try to get Wednesday episodes out. It all depends.
Because I'm a woman.
It just sucks because like in like 2 weeks, yeah, we go into this damn cart system. That's just gonna take forever. Star Wars team leader. I'm part of this squad now too, right? So,
I'm part of this squad now too, right?
Yep. In that fucked up accent.
Ricka, I'm part of this squad now too, right?
Actually, she was talking to Hunter.
Accent.
And then remember,
Ricka.
Hunter's mask gets fucking ripped off by the fucking
Hunter.
energy sucking beast or fucking dragon or whatever the fuck it was, and then
That was a bad episode.
then she goes down in a hole and fucking throws the flashlight, and the little dog looking dragon thing gets it, and then she brings the fucking thing back and saves fucking Hunter. Like, what?
That was a
fucking
shitty episode.
You don't know how to do shit, bitch. you became part of the squad 5 seconds ago, and you already saving the leader of the squad. Yeah, I think that's right. But that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, we will be trying to come out on Wednesday with an episode, but it just depends on scheduling.
Work is tough.
Yeah,
Hopefully this week will be a little bit easier. But yeah.
Just wait till like holiday seasons come around, and you're gonna be fucking swamped.
Yeah, bro.
Summertime, you're gonna be busy as shit. You're gonna be putting.
Summertime's the busiest for us.
So, but we're gonna try to get we'll try to get an episode up on Wednesday if we possibly can. That way we don't have to spend our Sunday episode on talking about the Bad Batch. We can talk about other crazy, outrageous shit. But so until then, until we see you guys next time, stay outrageous and may the force be with you always.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you've enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. Lightsaber Radio is produced by Pickfilm Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Garrison Turcotte, CJ Elliott, and Kyle McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.